everybody. Welcome to Wingman's Hangar, episode double nickel, 55. I'm Eric Wingman Peterson.
I'm Rob, Designopotamus Irving.
And this is an inside look at the making of Descent Underground. We bring you little tidbits of what the team's doing, what's coming up for you guys, and how we go about the process. So if you're new, if you don't know what Descent Underground is, well, go find out. Check out DescentUnderground.com and you can read all about it. Coming up this week, we have the Week in Review. We have forum feedback with your questions and Jitris, his video. We have Real Space News with Michael Viewmaster Morlan. Yep. And thanks to our backers on all the new people that have come in from Steam and all the undergrounders. Thank you guys very much for being part of this. And now it's time for our Steam Review of the Week. Oh, I love that stinger. It's stinger. That's what it's called when you have this little graphical input which leads into a segment. So that's a cool stinger.
So this is not only educational about what's happening at Descendent Studios, but it's also educational about the production of excellent web shows.
And crappy ones like this too.
Right.
So from D2 Disciple, Descent Underground is a wonderfully modern take on the Descent franchise. By consulting with still active pyro jockeys from the D1 era, the team has absolutely nailed the physics formula that made the original so much fun to play, while at the same time producing a multiplayer-focused and feature-rich AAA-style game. The developers are taking things one step at a time to make sure they deliver the best possible Descent game this can be, and their effort shows. If you want to read the rest of the review from D2 Disciple, first of all, thank you very much. We like reviews. It's funny because we have really good reviews and we have a few of them that are neg, and that's fine. Neg, people may not like that, may not be their slice of tea. A lot of them are like, where the hell single player? We're like, it's coming, it's there, we're working on it now. But so realize we're early access. But if you feel like leaving a review on Steam, please do so. We love to hear from you, and please be active and involved, and that makes the game better by having you guys in there with us. So thanks to D2 Disciple for his review of the week. Speaking of Week in Review, see how that.
Whoa!
What's that? That's a segue.
That's a segue.
Segue, not just the thing that George Bush falls off of, but it's also the way you go from one thing to the other. We had a new release this week. In fact, we had 2 releases this week. Yeah,
well,
2180 come out.
Release and
2180. No, we don't have a lot of Macs or Linux or Linux, however you want to say it, machines to work with. So we rely on the folks in the audience to help us with this. And 2180 came out. We found a couple problems with the Mac build and the Linux build. Now we've added some of the people to, usually it goes through Proving Grounds and then to production. So we've added some of the folks that have Linux and Mac machines to the Proving Grounds so that you guys can help us in that process going forward. So thanks very much. So we released that one, and then I think 2195 came out a couple days later, which fixed all the, we had workarounds, and now those workarounds are implemented. So one of the things to be aware of is that we are with Unreal. We're using Unreal Engine 4. And when they put something out, it usually fixes a lot of bugs, but sometimes things break on our end.
Sometimes it adds new ones.
Right. It introduces new bugs, right? Or things that don't necessarily work as you think. So it's kind of like we're keeping on the edge of their updates, and also we're updating as we go. So patience with us, appreciate it much, and keep giving you feedback, and we'll keep addressing it. The deactivator.
The deactivator is indeed being worked on.
That's the Warlock, right?
That is the Warlock. That's a Warlock special super mean ability in some cases.
What is the deactivator?
Remember the Thief Bot?
Thief Bot, yeah.
Well, now you can be the Thief Bot in the Warlock. Plus, the thing you've been talking about since the very beginning, you can go in and run around and deactivate laser grids.
Love it. Love deactivating laser grids.
So
Enemy laser grids.
Yes.
Very cool. That's being worked on right now. More bots are being worked on. Kaji's really busy on
rigging them up,
making the hunters, the ones that are on the walls and stuff, and so that's coming. Bot Warfare is, if you haven't played it yet, we did a big AI boost in the last version, so good luck getting through. Yeah. Keep looking stuff. But we have even more stuff coming, which we'll announce here. So a lot of the bots are going to, the survival mode's coming, and we've got a lot of co-op stuff happening in the near future. Speaking of co-op, you're doing a co-op map.
Yeah.
That's a booger, man.
Sorry, that thing is huge, and it's broken into 4 sections. Mm-hmm. We'll probably be revealing a lot more of how the game.
It's for the survivor mode we're going to be doing, right?
And it'll be, you'll play it section by section, but one of the sections is called the warehouse, one of the sections is called the pyramid, one of the sections is called the Warren. So you can tell there's going to be different gameplay in each section.
Looking forward to that. Right now, it's
Me
gray
too.
boxed. Right now, it's gray boxed. That'll probably be going as soon as we're ready to Proving Grounds first. So if you're in the Proving Grounds, you'll get to help build the co-op experience with us. So, get in there. We also have new ship stats are going to the Proving Grounds.
Yeah, it's about darn time. Yep. That's been building up over the course of about 5 months now.
It's always worrisome when we do ship stats because you're messing with people's whoobies. That's my whoobie.
And
I love my whoobie.
There is not as much significant whoobie messing. I'm going to call it whoobie messing.
Whoobie messing,
now.
yeah.
As there was in some of the previous updates. It's a lot of catch up on a lot of things that needed to be rebalanced based on changes we made to ships or things that are different because the way people play changed the way the balance needed to work.
And that's going to be an ongoing process. We're going to be adjusting whoobies for probably till we ship. The worst whoobie whiner is on our team. It's Tyler. Anytime we touch the Typhoon and the spin attack, he's whoobie conscious.
Typhoon did not get hurt by this. Now I will say across the board, one thing you will see is that all of the ships to some degree got a little tougher. We've been talking about this for a long time.
It's too much popcorn. We needed to last a little longer.
One little more longevity to it. So this is going to change how things feel, but we're going to get it into the Proving Grounds as soon as possible to play with. And of course, we'll probably be testing it sometime today.
In AI, we've added the ability to patrol now.
Yeah, we're working on some really cool stuff. And working on patrol and guarding. That's another one that's coming up.
So we've got a lot of stuff coming. The AIs, we're adding the eye.
Yes.
Well,
it's so much better.
Yeah, it is. And also, we want to welcome Lucarme.
Yeah.
One of the guys in the audience has been so helpful and he made the Drillsy 3D guy. He made Incendious. He won the bots thing. And so we thought, hey, this guy's really talented. Let's bring him in and see if he wants to intern with us. And so Lucarme, congratulations. He's now part of the team. He's all hooked up and he's I think he's rigging the miner right now.
He is. He's getting our little person walking around.
So he's angling for a gig, a job, and we love him, man. That's the way in. I mean, we've got a lot of folks that way, and thanks a lot. So welcome to Carme. And speaking of welcoming, let's take a look at this week's beautiful corner. Let's take a look at some of the beautiful corner stuff. I think we have bot scale imagery right to look at.
There we go.
There you go. You get the idea. So kind of looks like Aliens, like you expect Ripley to jump in there and start shooting people inside of that thing. There's our bot scale right there. And concept artist on this was John Summer, so he's really, really talented. He's kind of helping us out a little bit. He's an old friend of ours, worked with us at Fever Pitch and other places, Digital Anvil. So that's some bot scale stuff, and also Kaji's working a little bit on bot customization.
Cool stuff.
Yeah, now this will be you'll get to see the colors, and so you'll be able to recognize the bots. We'll have different abilities, different aggression levels, different all this other stuff and you'll be able to tell when you see these bots what the color schemes are, which tell you a little bit about what they're doing. That's really cool.
That's some nice paint jobs there.
I know it right there. Oh, look at that. That looks like a mouse to me.
I think it's the racing bot.
The racing bot? He just zooms around your head.
No, we did not just confirm racing mode.
Yeah, right. That's not our game. Not yet, anyway. Racing mode.
Shush.
Racing mode. That's a good idea.
Shush, Peterman.
Shush, Peterman. Shut the Peterman up. Well, on that note, here is Keith McCormick with this week's Most Valuable Post.
Welcome to Most Valuable Post, where we recognize a member of our community who's made a positive contribution to Descent Underground. This week we honor someone who realized that, we were already collecting statistics about how people did in matches, and they pointed out that Descent 3 had an option that let players save that locally. That was a really good suggestion, so congratulations, Ronckley. You made this week's Most Valuable Post.
Nice. Well done, Ronckley. Cool. And we, the match save thing, we definitely want to do that too. Yeah. So well done on this week's MVP. And golly gee, what time is it?
It's time for forum feedback.
Indeed, it's time for the Hairy Viewmaster to fly across the screen.
He's on fire.
Yeah, for forum feedback. From DEFCON X, an undergrounder. Wouldn't it be cool if a direct hit with a smart missile caused the smart blobs to go away from the impacted drone and track any other enemy drone in the room? Wouldn't it be cool? I don't know.
It would be cool. I mean, that is probably just a technology thing. They're not supposed to hit the same target as
It hits if it hits your target directly, the assumption here is the blobs come out and continue to hit that target.
Maybe.
So,
it depends on where they come out. It depends on where the missile impact is calculated too.
But I mean, right now, because otherwise the missile will be like super overpowered because it kills everybody right away, right? So I'm assuming that the blobs are hitting at the same time. If
right
not,
now, yes. Right now, it's almost.
If not, that would almost kill you. It would almost be like, so let's say, for instance, that you shot the thing, right, and then the blobs go somewhere else, and then you actually don't get the guy you wanted to get. So I don't know, that's a toughie right there.
It's a tactical thing. So yeah, that's a balance issue. We'll work on it over time and see where it feels perfect.
This guy's got a cool name. T-Dadswell7. He's on Steamer.
What?
T-Dadswell.
Oh.
Does Descent Underground have mental rendering support under Mac OS X El Capitan? Metal rendering support under Mac OS X.
If
only we had a programmer here that could answer that question. If only somebody off camera could slide in.
Yes, we do. We didn't have it in releases before 2195 because our build machine wasn't on El Capitan, but now it is. Yay.
If only.
Yay.
Yeah. From Bitter Fun. Do the Kickstarter backers need to pay a second time for Steam Early Access to play the VR version? If not, how do I get my Steam key? Yes, all the Kickstarter backers need to pay us 2 or 3 or 4 times to get into the game. Come on,
You'd be
man,
amazed how many
really?
times this question crops up, though.
Yeah,
It's just
it
people
is.
who show up going, oh, wow, they're actually
Dude,
got a game out.
If you took the time and believed in us and backed early, we would never charge you. We've actually had people ask us if, like, do we need to pay more for VR? Yes, you don't. No. You don't have to pay more for VR. So all you got to do is link your Kickstarter page. Go to our front page. It says select the link your Kickstarter, link it, and you're in. Once you purchase the game or back this at any time, you've got the whole thing forever. And that's an interesting point too. If you go to your account name, if you're already like on our website, you can go to your username and then go to the games tab, and there'll be a point in there which you can link you can get a Steam key. You can link your account to Steam.
You can look at your packages and see your Steam key.
All that's there. And that's Elfin's done a really good job with a lot of that stuff. We don't credit him enough. So well done, Elf. You've done wonderful in that. So Bitter Fun, you can pay us twice if you want.
We're not going to complain.
But you don't have to. No. 3 times is better. Because you're once, twice, 3 times a payer. And I love you. Because you're going to go on to the next question.
That is the end of the road.
Yeah,
right
well,
there.
that's
we have hit rock bottom.
Come on, man. We started at rock bottom. From Void Stalker. So, no, you only have to pay once. Anyway. From Void Stalker. How goes the hunt for the new office space? Slowly.
Pretty much covered.
Yeah, we've looked at a few spaces, but they're just expensive. And so we're keeping it low, and we're kind of trying out the virtual stuff. It's working fairly well for us right now, especially now that we've got this nice, great spot to come shoot the show. It seems to be working out pretty well for us. I mean, I don't think it's completely awesome, but I don't think it's too bad. It's just a transition, and we use Discord every day. We're on Discord. We have our own little offices, and we use Skype for the bigger meetings and stuff. So yeah, not much has changed, to be honest with you. So, slowly is the answer to your question. For the Master Blaster on Steam, is there a single push auto level function I can bind to something? I can manually level, but I'm looking for a single function which, when activated, automatically levels the ship. Auto leveling.
Oh, auto leveling.
It's not in there yet.
It's not in there yet. No, it is not. And there is more than you think to that particular puzzle, because what are you leveling to is always the question.
Yeah, we have a floor in everywhere to go, but what if you're in one of these areas? So
we could make it auto level you to
yeah,
the floor.
what's the floor in
most
Tycho?
Simply.
There
is still a down.
Yeah.
All maps have a down.
Yeah, well, technically.
But there's a negative Z in every map.
That is right.
So we could level you to that, but for the most part, that's not what most people want. So
well, we are looking. We will add an auto leveling
come.
feature at some point, but it's one of those things that's the priority list. We have to get the rest of the core functionality in first, which we're pretty close to having all the ships and the functionality, and then most of the specials, and then co-op, and then single player. So it's one of those. That's probably one of those things that's a not a balance thing. What's the word I'm looking for? Polish thing at the end, at the very end. So probably the fall here we'll get to that.
Some of the bells and whistles for that kind of user experience stuff will come later.
From Zyphon, he's a mod. Thank you very much for moderating, Zyphon. Can you go into a little detail on what those placeable ore blocks shown in last week's Wingman Hangar can be used for?
Right now, they're a giant nuisance. We discovered
That is kind of the point of them.
we discovered that Kaji can actually lay them faster than we can destroy them.
Yes, my God,
And-
Kaji. Keith did too. We were
Yeah.
sitting there in Skylab, and he was putting them everywhere, building a.
They won't be unlimited in the future, really.
No.
Once we get the ore in, then they will be a lot less.
It's one of the reasons they're in. They're still in the proving grounds, right? Not in
production. So basically, the overall goal for those is they're tactical. I mean, you can block off a corridor temporarily, slow down your pursuers, for instance.
Or you hold them to where they have to come over the top of them, and then
Yeah.
you can aim your stuff there.
Protect your friends if they're trying to
Imagine
heal up.
you drop a deal and you drop a bunch of mines behind one, so you go, okay, I'll just avoid that. I'll fly over the top, and as soon as you fly over the top, boom, prox mines get you. So, yeah, there's a lot of time.
Clever.
Oh, hey,
Or you put a couple of them down and use them to anchor a laser grid.
even better. Love it, love it. So yeah, those things are gonna be really fun. It's a special ability for the Goliath.
Yes.
Yeah, it's crapping bricks. Scheisse. Which I'm not going to say the word in American.
Please
American.
don't.
I won't. I want to, though. You know that.
I know you do.
I know. From Radfaroff. Radfaroff. Does early access give the full version when it comes out? Oh, kind of the similar question to earlier. Yeah, it does. So the price of, by the way, on Steam, the price will be going up. So we figure because we went early, we want to give people a break on the price for, you're going to get in there early and help us balance the game and make it as good as possible, then you should, eventually the price will be, it's either going to be $49.99 or $59.99. Somewhere in between there. So right now it's $29.99. It will be, as soon as we get co-op in there, and survivability mode and all the specials, we'll probably raise the price to $39.99. We'll give a warning out there by whoop, 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 warning, and then give people a chance to still get in at a lower price point. But and also you notice the discounts are getting smaller. We're not necessarily going to be having 50, 60, 80% off anymore because, we're getting further and further along and the game's more fun. There's more stuff to do. We want to kind of give people that get in early a bonus for helping us. People that get in early deserve to be rewarded for that. So yes, is the answer to your question. If you have us on Steam Early Access or you have us on our website, you get the full game. You'll get the full one, for phase one, so to speak. From Angry Peas, can we get a Church of the Illuminated T-shirt?
That is a complete
there it is right
throwback
there.
question.
I know, that's awesome.
Wow.
For the,
You have to have been with us for
yeah,
a long
you have
time
to,
to understand that.
For those who don't know, when we first did the original Kickstarter video, Mike could insert some of this, hopefully, over this. We had, it was terrible, first of all.
It was.
But we had one of our guys who was going to work with us who since decided not to, in the background, right? Sitting there at his workstation working on stuff. And it was just the back of his head. So every shot was just the back of Todd's head. And it was like you could not take your eyes off the melon. It was right there. Who gives a crap what Mike or I was saying? It was all about the reflection of the melon.
Oh yeah,
So,
there was.
yeah,
just,
we cannot.
Oh.
But I think we will do a shirt like that. So shirts are interesting, by the way, and that's come up a lot. So shirts, generally, you have to order a bulk amount before you get out there. Now, I know Keith can maybe go into this later, and we'll maybe bring him on and ask why. But I think we're looking at some options where you can buy, in pieces or buy one or two. Or maybe we do a deal where we have something out there, we put it out there, and we have a week to for people to sign up to pledge to get it. And then once we get enough shirt orders, we order them. But so right now, but it's one of those deals with 10 people working on the game right now. We're all working on the game. So we want more shirts. I know you guys want more shirts, and they're kind of fun to have. So especially that one would be really funny. Do we need? It kind of looks like Homer's head. Do we need Todd's permission?
Probably not, since the back of his head is not really distinguishable.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, so yeah, I like that idea, and shirts idea are great. So we'll get some more coming, but it's not top priority, honestly. Oh, it's time for Jitra's show. He's got his questions for us to know. I'm not gonna rhyme anymore because I really suck.
What is with the breaking into song today?
I don't know.
Wingman's Hangar the Musical, episode 55.
Yeah. Let's get it from Jitras. What do you got to say, Jitras?
Another fantastic idea I had was daily and weekly events, such as large group attacks or major boss, team attacks, objectives, something to add to the cooperative mode. Something we don't really get to see a lot of besides in like MMORPGs there.
Cool. So big boss monsters, eh?
Well, I mean, yes, there are going to be boss fights. I think that's the scale you're talking about with MMOs is
Like a dragon
is
or something with
certainly
yeah.
where you spend
Well, co-op.
4 hours with your friends on a raid.
Yeah.
That's no, not that, but yes, co-op will have bosses that will take some heavier firepower to take.
Yeah, and we got co-op. Right? I think we've got up to 4 people playing. The MMORPGs you can have parties of 10, 20.
Yeah.
I'm not sure we're gonna have parties that big, so we'll see. That'll be balanced with you guys. And now here's Michael Morlan, Viewmaster Morlan, with some real space news.
I'm Michael Morlan, and this is all the real space news you can use. Earlier this week, the tiny planet Mercury passed between the Sun and Earth in a rare transit. Today's advanced video technology allows scientists to capture stunning images of the small rocky world as it passed in front of the Sun's disks. And speaking of advanced video tech, NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center recently unveiled the gigantic mirror of the James Webb Space Telescope and began installing its scientific instruments. With a mirror nearly 3 times the size of the famed Hubble Space Telescope, the Webb telescope is expected to make stunning new discoveries like its smaller predecessor. Scientists have subjected this new space telescope to intense ruggedness tests, including a simulation of freezing cold space. The James Webb Space Telescope is scheduled for launch in 2018. And not to be outdone by its younger cousin, the Hubble Space Telescope is still discovering new things in outer space. Late last month, NASA announced that Hubble had found a tiny moon orbiting the dwarf planet Makemake in the distant Kuiper Belt. Observing this moon's orbit may help scientists learn more about the composition of the mysterious Makemake. In other space news, the skies over the Far East shook late last month as Russia inaugurated the new Vostochny Cosmodrome with the launch of the Soyuz 2.1A carrying 3 satellites. Built only about 150 miles from the Chinese border, Vostochny Cosmodrome is intended to reduce Russia's dependence on the aging Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan. Russian President Vladimir Putin was on hand for the launch and toured the facility, which is still under construction. The Russian space agency Roscosmos has big plans for Vostochny, including the development of a new spacecraft called Federation in preparation for manned missions to Mars. We'll have to see who plants their flag first on the red planet. Russia, the United States, or private firm SpaceX. SpaceX founder Elon Musk recently outlined more of his plan for affordable colonization of Mars. Key to that vision is the Dragon V2, a reusable space capsule with powerful rockets that could enable an unmanned test landing on Mars as early as 2018. Who else might jump into this race to the red planet? We'll have to see. I'm Michael Morlan, and this is all the real space news you can use.
Real space news, man. That's really cool. Some mining and going to Mars, I guess.
I hope they go rescue the Dos Equis guy.
Yeah.
We need him back.
Stay thirsty, my friends. Yeah, that would be really cool. They get he's up there on Mars going, there's no oxygen, but I got beer. It's from this week's Hot Topic. Hot Topic. From Draken Stark on the mining list. Apparently there's still some Starks around. You know, I thought they got them all in Game of Thrones. Well, you know, Ramsay will be after them.
Wow.
Should it just auto-target things, leaving you free to duel while you mine? Should other weapons blast loose rocks and ore? So I think he's saying that you kind of hover over in a mining glacier is more of an automatic situation.
Like the healing tool, for instance, on the shaman. The mining laser, there's a reason, just like the deactivator, there's a reason when we make you sort of focus to do it. It is a choice, right? It's a trade-off. If you want to do the mining, you're at risk a little more, which is part of the team play element that people protect you while you're doing it.
Exactly.
If we made it auto so you could also fight while you're mining, it just seems like you're sort of...
Then you're just flying around and stuff's just, it's almost like, a platformer where the coins are just falling to your body or whatever, like a Lego game or something.
And I mean, the lasers and missiles already do destroy destructibles. Mm-hmm. You just will get less booty out of them if you use your guns than if you use the mine.
Less booty.
Booty.
Everybody needs a little booty. Mm-hmm. Every now and then. So there you go. And now it's time for Warrior of the Week.
Warrior of the Week!
Warrior of the Week. What is Warrior of the Week, Rob?
Warrior of the Week gives us a chance to recognize the most proficient fighter in the Descent world for our week.
Speaking of which, all the shit stats will be eventually reset. No smiling and laughing in the peanut gallery off the edges.
Oh, no.
We will eventually be doing this. But right now, this week's Warrior of the Week for kills was
Jabode.
for deaths.
Not Jabode, yes, Jabode.
Jabode kill to
Wait a
death
minute.
ratio.
Jabode got most deaths this week?
Well, he was in
Where
there.
is Bob?
He got 2,000 kills. Oh, I don't know. That's a good question.
Wow.
I think
Wow.
I think he had a problem with 2180.
Oh,
I think he had a
okay.
problem with his machine, I believe. Kills to death ratio was
Not Jabode, 0.
0. Right. Most points in a single match.
Jabode.
We'll go fast on this. Most kills in a single
Jabode.
match. Total combat points.
Jabode.
Total objective points.
Jabode.
Total overall points.
Jabode.
Where are the weakest?
Jabode.
Jabode. Well done. I'm getting that mother flipper back.
I
man.
sense a little determination here. It's like,
Yeah,
no,
Jabode's like,
you
no,
are
no.
not going to have another show without my name on it.
My trophy. Give me my trophy. So well done, Jabode. Big thanks to our agents of the underground. These are folks who are streaming our game. We've got a bunch more, some news on that coming up. As soon as we get co-op in, we've got some pretty big streamers that will be playing our game through we have a partnership with HTC Vive. So thanks to those guys, and we'll be announcing more on that later. But some really, really biggies. Some guys with millions of viewers will be playing our game. We're really looking forward to that. We could do that now, but we figured it'd be better to get that survival in there.
That's like twice as many people who watch the show.
Just barely.
Yeah.
Not really a full twice as many.
But almost twice.
More like 1.5
1.5
times.
times,
Yeah,
yeah.
we don't. Just for the record, those little 300-400 numbers that watch the show, that's really like
That's modest.
that's inaccurate.
we turn the counter off because we're too modest.
It's embarrassing, really, how many people watch this show. Both of you.
We're sorry.
Yeah, if you're
Personally to each of you.
Yeah, if we're streaming Descent Underground, please let us know. We'll highlight you. We are working on a webpage to put up on our website, which shows people are streaming. Coming up this week at Descendent Studios, co-op work. We're continuing to work on the co-op.
We are.
We have Miner is getting rigged, our little guy that you see on some of the things that go flying across the screen. We're putting the bones in there so that he can well, you know.
Hostage rescue.
Hostage rescue, thank you. A mining system is also in progress. We're starting work on getting the mining
And the hauling.
and then we'll have to give you places to go drop stuff
And
off.
all the tools will also come into play that use ore. So there's going to be a lot of moving parts once that gets in. This is going
And
to
that's
really
gonna be a big
a
balance
game changer.
thing. Right. And that'll go through again Proving Grounds first. So that's probably going to be there a bit of time. We'll work on that. Thanks to our underground members and all of our backers. Thank you guys for getting into early access. Without you guys, there is no us. We're working together to make the game better. If you haven't put up a review on Steam and you want to give us a thumbs up, please do. If you want to give us a thumbs down, just keep that to yourself. Subscribe to our YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch channels. Find out all the cool stuff that we're doing, because this ain't it.
Right. Where's the cool stuff?
That's not happening. Submit your forum feedback questions. By the way, there'll be a lot more achievements. We didn't talk about that either. Lots more
A
achievements
mountain
coming.
of achievements.
Yeah, like a lot of in-game achievements or career achievements, those kind of things. Killing devs.
A certain fluffball is going to be very excited about the one after Menace to Society.
Oh, or the two after. Oh,
It's going to be a secret.
submit your forum feedback questions and videos. Who can knock Jitris off the show? Not that we want you to, because we love the Jit Man. So send your videos in. He's the only one brave enough. You Fives of fans out there, somebody send in a video question. We don't care what it is. We'll put it on there. Wing Noob will have to come out of the closet. No. Yeah. Well, where are we going to see him? Underground.
They forgot the studio snapshot. Here it is. Hey guys. Guys, I don't, who's giving me a ride home? Guys? Guys!